All right. Good afternoon. Oh wow, it's two o'clock. G'day. Welcome to Driving Live Australia. This is a test. I am testing STARLINK, and it seems I have some volume there. So just checking on the stream. It looks good. Right. So also, g'day team. How are yous? A little. That looks all right. A little bit bright behind me, but anyway, welcome to Driving Live Australia. I'm basically testing STARLINK. I have tucked up in my sunroof a STARLINK Mini dish. It fits up there great. It's powered up. Laptop's powered up. I'm not using any headsets or microphone. Just using the microphone in the laptop. So we'll see how that goes. I'm just trying to bring the amount of equipment down so that because I might have to pack it all up in a plane to fly. I can see my rear view mirror is a bit blurry at the moment, but I'm assuming once we start driving, that will unblur, or I might get out and stick my hand there so it focuses. But anyway, it should come good, but a bit blurry at the moment. All my cameras are charged. I know sometimes my cameras don't last the whole stream and they start to drop out. Still working out how to power these cameras whilst getting data from them at the same time. Oh, why would you park right in my view? Because you're allowed to, I guess. He's having a lunch. He's having a late lunch. I don't blame him. But anyway, so welcome to the Lexus. We'll go for cruise. We'll cruise. But basically, this is just testing to make sure that the STARLINK just is uploads properly, because I had done a lot of research over the last few months and found that there's been a lot of issues with people with upload speeds for live streaming. And then I was talking to the guys from Only Planes Network a couple of weeks ago, and they bought it and they said that it was working well. So we'll So just getting a text from one of my mods. So I'm assuming there's a few people. If you're on the channel, say g'day. Jump on the live stream, on the live chat. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. You can wait a few minutes and then you can jump on. But we're going to go and see if it glitches out or if it's good. I can do a test. So let's do a test before we go. So download speeds aren't really what I'm looking for. It's the upload speed. So if I go to the STARLINK, we can go to speed test, start, instantly over 100 and around 150 megabytes per second. It's about 130, 120, around 125, 130. So that's download speeds. Upload speeds measuring about 25, around 25 megabytes per second. Did I say per minute before? Meant per second. In between 25 and 30, but we'll check that as we drive as well, because STARLINK, you can use it up to 100 mile an hour, apparently. 160 k's an hour. Not that we're going to be going that fast today. However, if I do set it up in a race car, you never know. We might hit those speeds. There we go. About 29, tops out at 29 megabytes per second. So we will we'll see how that goes. All right, let's loud and clear. Yeah, but I haven't started the car yet. Thanks. I'm going to say that's Adam. Whilst Adam and Ronnie are here, good luck. Is it today or tomorrow that Canberra play? Let me check before we hit the road. So if you don't know where we are at the moment, we are at the southern end of the Hornybrook, or the Horton Highway Bridge, Ted Smout Bridge. We're at the old Hornybrook Bridge where they've got the old entryway at the southern end. So it is today, isn't it? Canberra versus Cronulla, and Canberra looking like the team to beat today. Even though what a game last weekend! What a game! That was amazing. I'm not going to tell you who I'm going for, whether I'm going for Canberra or Cronulla, but we'll see. We'll see who wins. My tips are in. Alrighty, tonight. Yeah, it's tonight. It's tonight. All right, I'm gonna ready. Contact. All right, so using the mic in the laptop, there could be a bit of wind noise. I'm hoping not. G'day, Mel. GR Yaris, Mel. You know where I am. You know these parts. The tide's out. The tide's right out, actually. A lot of sand showing between here and Redcliffe Peninsula. So, yeah. We'll start here. Let's go. Where do we want to go? Picture and sound is 5x5 so far. Hopefully also using this microphone, we'll be able to, the ambient sound as well as me. I might have to shut my window. This is when you need aircon for sure. Sure. All right, car's going. So Mel, I still owe you a drive. I still owe you a bit of a go in this, don't I? I've lined this up against one GR Yaris in the past, and let's just say I didn't leave it behind by very much. It was crazy. So anyway, so far so good. The delay is probably about 20 seconds between where live and when you get it. So about 20 seconds, but so far so good. And all the cameras are working. So, or 3 cameras. Actually, this is the first time I'm using 3 cameras. Although that rear view camera, I'm going to have to get a vehicle. It's going to have to get a vehicle in the in that rear view camera before it will focus. Here we go. So hopefully that ambient sound's working okay. Tell you what, when you open one rear window in this car, the reverberation is terrible. So Yaris, Mel's saying you didn't get to drive the new automatic version of the Yaris, the GR Yaris. That's a shame. I'm keen to see. I'm assuming it's paddle shift automatic. Toyota are big for this. This Lexus again is a Toyota. Paddle shift automatic, 8-speed. I'm assuming the Yaris is only a 6-speed though. I'm sure you will get a go. The planets will align soon enough and you'll have a drive. I have no doubt. All right, so we are, basically we're testing Starlink. I'm excited because I've been using a router, a twin SIM router. It's supposed to jump between Telstra and Optus, but it's not very good. I tell you what, Mel, with the Auto GR Yaris, I'm keen to see, because I haven't been out for very long, I'm keen to see what sort of mods, because the manual, the gearbox they reckon can handle up to sort of 600 horsepower. I know when. And just let me know if the So let me know what the volume's like if it's starting to crap out. Last weekend, I took the Blue XD Falcon out to Lakeside, and on the I had some tech issues. I left my cameras on, so they went flat, and then so I had to resort to the laptop camera, which this camera is. The laptop's mounted in a RAM laptop holder, adjustable, thanks to Mido put that onto me, put me onto it, and it turned out that it was being sold 5 minutes from where I live, around the corner. So I picked it up. It's bolted into the Lexus. It's basically like what police squad cars use. So so I'm not like watching the laptop. I'm glancing more at my phone. So if you heard that little squeal, some young fella in a Holden Cruise, for some reason, wanted to get up beside me. I don't see why with all this traffic. What do we got here? Is it a show? What sort of show is it? Some sort of markets or a fete or something here on the right. But I'm watching the live stream. It seems to be working. Actually, there's a Hot Wheels truck there. What else is going on? We're driving slow. I want the window down. Hopefully there's no air noise, like wind noise past the microphone. It's Kite Fest. Oh, yeah, there's heaps of kites up. Is that what it is? Kite Fest. Sick. Well, there's lots of... What are those things? There's a lot of dress-up characters and... I don't know, do you call them furries? Furries seem to be in the news a little bit lately. Some pretty big kites up there. Mad. I don't know if you can see them past... No, you can't see them out there. So yeah, anyway, back to it. So the camera on the laptop is mounted into the car. So similar to the way police would use their laptop. So that's a RAM mount. I have the quad lock for my phone. So we're doing it legally, because I have had a couple of people be like, me calling people out bad behavior, blah, 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 whatever, going, oh, but you're driving and live streaming at the same time. Yeah, but I'm doing it the right way. So cruising. There's a fair bunch of people, heaps of people flying kites. It's quite overcast today. Temperatures probably low to mid 20s. I'd say around 20, 24. A little bit of a breeze. But everything seems to be working so far. I'm watching the stream, and as in delayed. Wow, this is awesome. So the thing, I'm traveling to Central Queensland on Tuesday, and the STARLINK Mini, I only purchased it last night. It was actually, the dish is smaller than I was expecting. I was expecting it to be obviously smaller than the standard STARLINK dish, but it's smaller than I thought. It's hard to tell when you're just watching it on YouTube, but yeah, definitely portable, definitely can take it on the plane. I'll be flying to Mackay on Tuesday, and then I'll be driving through Central Queensland. So we've got some overhanging trees. I'll turn right here and go to Woody Point and go up around the waterfront. It's where I ride my push bike sometimes if I'm feeling fit. A couple of freezers I'm looking. But all good so far. Thank you, Mel. Appreciate your feedback. I know Mel's earning his stripes for if he wants to be a moderator. always looking Don't want too many mods, but always looking to see who would make good moderators. I don't know, Mel, have you been a moderator on any other channels or anything? I don't think I've asked you that question before. Thank you. So Woody Point just ahead. Pretty popular around here on the weekends. We'll go straight ahead, just do a little U-turn and then come back. So Woody Point Jetty, I've actually got a padlock or two out on the jetty. I think one. I've got a padlock sitting out there. Lots of padlocks, you know, the whole thing where people put padlocks on jetties and what have you. There's heaps out there. I know I've got one out there. Not for the Belvedere. Geez, they've done a really good job of renovating that. All right, so you don't think you'd be reliable enough to be a moderator? Well, at the moment, you've got the number one. I think the icon for commentating for live chat. You've got it at the moment. Oh wow! I haven't been here for a little while. I knew that this block of land was getting built, but yeah, there it is. At least you're honest, Mel, that you don't think you'd be reliable enough. But I don't know. I know you say that, but the moderator job isn't. I know you probably see moderators on other channels like Only Planes, and they are literally on all of the time. Palace Hotel, was it? Oh, there hasn't been a building up on that corner for a while now, so I'm not sure what was there before. So, but you do. Well, you never know, they might redo. Like, I remember when I was living in, this could be a clue for who I'm going for tonight. Geez, the view out to Morton Island looks good today. I can see the sand dunes crystal clear. That's amazing. I used to live at number 1 the Kingsway. Number 1 the Kingsway at Cronulla. And I remember I came back from East Timor, and the day we all come back from East Timor, it was March 2000, and a bunch of mates and I were at Holsworthy Army Barracks, and we all said, "Oh, let's go out to Cronulla. We'll go to Northies. We'll go to the pub. We'll go to Hog's Breath Cafe for dinner, and then we'll go to Northies for a few drinks." Our first night back in Sydney after being most of us are first war zone for for the military, and we drive down there, and Northies is gone. It is a construction site. The old hotel has been knocked down, and we're all devastated. At least Hog's Breath was still there, so we had Hoggies for dinner, and then went back up to Carring Bar for a few drinks. And I kid you not, this is what happened. There was a few shots fired in East Timor, right? Not a lot of us. There was a few people involved, not a lot. Most of us, we just went there and helped rebuild some infrastructure. There for 5 or 6 months, building infrastructure. And we come back, and on the first night back, we're at, I think it was Coyotes or something, a bar in Carring Bar, just west of Cronulla. And at about 2 o'clock in the morning, we're in the pool room, and some glass landed on the pool table. And I looked around and thought someone smashed a glass, like a beer glass or something. We didn't sort of pay too much attention to start with. And then after a few minutes, someone's looked up at the window, high ceilings. Someone's looked up at the window, and there was a bullet hole through the glass. And found out later the next day that there was a drive-by shooting, and I'm pretty sure it'll probably be on the internet. I should look it up. There was a drive-by shooting. I believe a police car or two got shot up that night, as well as bullets coming through the nightclub. So we go all the way to East Timor. For a lot of us, our first taste of being in a warlike zone. Not a lot happens over there, and then first night back, we get shot at through the window of a nightclub in Sydney. Crazy. Missed that guy's door. Anyway, true story. Crazy. I'm glad I don't live in Sydney anymore. But I do like to visit. I still like to visit Sydney. I'll definitely say I do like to visit Sydney still. Yeah, it was demolished years ago. Mel. How's that volume going? I hope it's going well. Cameras are going well. The view looks good. I don't usually have an issue around here with the 5G router. So at the moment we're going all right. And this is Starlink underneath my sunroof. It is in between. It's actually the blind for the sunroof. It's sitting on top of that because it doesn't weigh very much. I like the fact that, oh mate, Land Cruiser, what's that, 100 series? 200 series, 200 series. Using his indicator at roundabouts. Don't see that often. Yeah, so the setup is I have a lithium battery in the back, which also has an inverter in it. So it's 60 watt hour, 60,000 watt hours or something like that. Pushes out at 100 watts, which you need to power the laptop and also power the STARLINK Mini. So so that's powering both. That's all. I've also got another. She's coming across. No. Also have my phone. I could connect my phone into it via the USB-C. However, I've got that plugged into another power. I just got a message from a mate. Harley, how are you, brother? I'm not going to read it whilst I'm driving. I might pull up. But you're saying you're around the corner, something like that. Mad. Oh, I think you might be watching it on Facebook. So I'll say this: anyone who might be commenting on Facebook, I'm assuming this might be going out on my Facebook as well. Jump over onto the YouTube because that's the messages I can read. If you comment on Facebook, that's cool, but I'm not reading them. But I haven't seen you, Harley, for a while, brother. I hope you're well. The dropouts might be from the trees. Absolutely agree. This is why I wanted to drive through here, Mel, is because as much as the dish is facing directly up, I wanted to drive past some of these buildings and the trees, so if it sort of glitches a little bit, not so bad. But the sort of driving I do plan on doing, it might not be so many trees out in central Queensland. I am also going to Bathurst, so I'm very, very fortunate that I've got an amazing boss who has said, hey, if you're going to go to Bathurst for the weekend, can you also deliver one of my vehicles? So, wow, oh my goodness. Okay, so the buildings here on the corner of Anzac and the Esplanade here at Redcliffe are gone. Wow, Jesus. I tell you what, there's some infrastructure getting built lately. Big stuff. So, what I was going to say about the old palace up on the corner, the last infrastructure that's being building back there in Woody Point, is they might put another pub below with some like commercial and residential above. That seems to be what happens these days. Put a bit of commercial down the bottom, restaurants, bars, something like that. And that's what happened with Northies. I got sidetracked with my shooting story, but that's what happened with Northies. They rebuilt it into a 12-story building they rebuilt Northies down below. They upgraded it. I'm going to let this, go Lisa. Go Lisa. There we go. Let these cars go. All the fozzies going there. Everyone seems to be wanting to turn in there. Anyway, so, and I would suggest they might be doing something like that too. I'm back on the corner here. I can see some glitching right now. A little bit of glitching happening. So, yes, there is some trees and buildings. So I do see there's a little bit of glitching, but not too bad. Not too bad. I'm pretty happy at the moment. There might be a difference between mounting it underneath the sunroof glass, and then I do have, and I should check that. I might pull over soon and see where Harley said he was. Unless he throws himself in front of me at any time soon. And Tex. Oh, Tex is on Facebook. Hey, brother. I need to get you to come across to the YouTube. So you can't really moderate from on the I mean, you can kind of, but how's Victoria going anyway, Tex? How is Melbourne? I'll just keep cruising through to Scarborough. Again, a few high-rise buildings. Definitely some trees here. So let's see. And these trees that you can see cover the whole road. I'm definitely not a green thumb, so I don't know what kind of trees they are. But they're cool, and they make a bit of an avenue out of the road. So we're gonna this is a test. So let's test. Chat. Right. So realistically, through here, it should glitch out, and then as we pop out the other side of where the trees are, we should get it back again. So, yep, that seems to be what's happening. Underneath the trees. Yep, glitchy under the trees. Out the other side. And it should be okay. It's hard because the stream's coming through about 20 seconds delay, so it's like, it should be working under some more trees now, so it might glitch out a bit there. I definitely know tunnels won't work, so I am definitely going to avoid the tunnels. Keen to drive through Brisbane. Harley, if you're still watching. Yeah, heaps of glitches. Yeah, that's okay. Kind of to be expected. So I think it's just about being mindful of where I'm driving. Like, this should be okay. Some power lines and some traffic and some street lighting, but it should be okay through here. So now that we've tested it underneath some trees and through between some buildings and stuff, I'm going to try and avoid trees. So I could have gone around those trees earlier, as in I could have taken another road, side street, whatever, and avoided them. So I think it's just being strategic in regards to making sure there's not a lot of overhead foliage and stuff like that. So the other thing is too, it'd be mad if I could set up with both the modem, the router, and also the like switch between my router and the Starlink. That way, because I've never had a problem with my router, and Connor, thanks Connor. I'm getting these I can see you guys liking. I get my notifications pop up. So if you like the stream on Facebook, I see that. So thank you, Connor. I hope you're having a good day. So yeah, it's just about being strategic with where I drive. But if I could switch, if there's a switch between Starlink and the router, then I think that would be good, because that's the best of both worlds. If it can automatically switch between the two, then I wouldn't get any dropouts, like, at all. We'll see about that. Harley, I can't see your... So, just to let you know, Harley, if you're listening, I won't drop in during a live stream, but we definitely need to catch up soon. So, I'll text you later. Definitely, if now that I know you're around here, I'll come over. You're only 15 minutes from my place, so... Right. So, it'll glitch out through here, I have no doubt. Or just punch out the other side of Scarborough here. Oh, thanks, Harley. Also, Harley, I did see your other... I'm going to have to tell you, I did see your other message. I don't think it's too bad, but YouTube, if you potentially write a word that could be offensive, it will ask me if I want to show or hide that comment. So I can read what you said, and you didn't say it too bad. You just said that you got a super wanky coffee machine and some mind-blowing beans. Still on the peninsula, swing past my house. It's been ages, mate. Yeah, no, look, it has been. I don't think that's too bad. I'm going to show it. So that'll pop up now. There we go. I don't think that's offensive. I know you're just trying to say that your coffee machine is ex-military. We would call that Gucci. We'd say Gucci. All right, so good view of the sky here. So I see... Come on, Starlink. There we go. And how should we do this? We won't keep following the cruiser. We'll go down to the car park down here at the end where you have a view of the Glasshouse Mountains. Whoop. How about I remember which car I'm in and hit the windscreen wipers the correct way. Yeah, good on you, Harley. I'll text you later, bro. Good on you. Thank you. Thanks for your support too, man. Appreciate it. A little bit of rain. We'll go to the left here. Yes, it is. Okay, there's one tree there. Does it glitch just a little bit? Maybe there's a bit of glitchy there. Yeah. So the thing is, the STARLINK might work better. I have ordered a magnetized frame that the dish sits in that will go outside of the vehicle. I'm not so keen on mounting it on the outside of the Lexus, but definitely on the outside on the roof of of Hiluxes and stuff like that. Size feet that are rubberized and stuff, so no scratching of the paintwork, which I could appreciate. And that might help with the reception a little bit, having the dish on the outside of the glass rather than on the inside of the glass. I know that there's other mounts like I mean, if you got a Tesla, I mean, this Starlink's, it's all Elon Musk stuff. Let's go for a little lap. It's yeah, they've made mounts like suction cap mounts that you can suction cap it to the inside of the glass roof of a Tesla and get reception that way. But you would have to think there would be a little bit of a difference between being outside above the glass and underneath the glass. You would think. We've got some it could be campers, but it looks like a homeless person's homeless people camp. There's a few of them around Redcliffe, but awesome view to the sky here. Fair few car meets, or it's a good place. I mean, you can see there's obviously some burnout marks here, not from me. And if you look dead ahead, you'll see the Glasshouse Mountains in between those poles and everything. So, Actually, not a bad place to hang out. Come and get some ocean air. All right. We will, let's go test some highway speeds, yeah? Let's go out to, I think, Rothwell, out to, where am I going? Where am I talking? Maybe up Deception Bay Road towards Burpengary, I think, and then do some highway driving. And we'll see if the very small amount of time as we go under underpasses, well, under overpasses, I should say, that very small amount of time, we'll see if that affects the stream. Hey, Tezza, I'm not far from your place. Where are you? Are you at work? Are you on your lunch break? It's good to see a spanner in the works. Graham, thanks for your, I see your, reacted on the Facebook stream, mate. It's been too long, mate. We need a Daihatsu catch up at sooner or later. I need inspiration to get my little Daihatsu back on the road. That would be a mad little stream. Getting Rusty back on the road. Honestly, it's got a new engine in it, and it's got a new gearbox in it. I'm just too many projects. Yeah, whereabouts are you, Tezza? Last time I heard you were like down, I don't know, Coffs Harbour way or something. We definitely need to catch up, mate. There's some Samoyeds or something, some fluffy white dogs. What else? One of my favourite cars, the Jimny. The little white Jimny there. I like the little bonnet scoop. Such a cool little car. I do have one of those. A future project. All right. Oh, cube. How cute's the cubes? Was down on the New South Wales Central Coast. But south of Port Macquarie. You're at North Lakes today. Roger. About to go, well, not past North Lakes. I think I might, I don't know, depends which way's got more trees. There's a bit of overhead, look, okay, we'll go Deception Bay Road. There's a little bit of overhead foliage that way, so we'll see how it goes. I can see some glitching at the moment. Yep, south of Newcastle. Enjoy your lunch break, Tezza. I know you won't be on the stream for very long, but thanks for joining us. I do kind of, sometimes when you're at work, I do get you on your lunch break where you can comment. So I don't do that. It's not by design, but I'm glad it happens. Beauty. Heading towards Newport right now. And what else? Yeah, no, definitely keen to test this out of the city. I mean, realistically, the STARLINK should work the same. Doesn't matter where you are, as long as you've got clear view to the sky. Should work the same whether I'm here out in the middle of nowhere. Out past the black stump. Yeah, okay, Mel. Are you saying, I know what you're saying when you mentioned that they're on the correct side in the Lexus, being the, my comment before. But yeah, okay, but I jump in and out of so many different cars. My work car at the moment's a Passat, so yes, the indicators are on the other side. I think I do pretty well considering I jump between European cars, Australian cars, Japanese cars. I think I do all right with the indicators and the windscreen wipers. The best thing about it spitting or a bit of rain is if you go for the indicators, the blinkers, and you accidentally get the wrong one. It's okay. I was just clearing my window. Ready? Like that. I'm gonna toot. I have some friends that live just here. Hello, Paige. Paige in her little CX-3. A little bit of foliage through here, so we'll see if it glitches out. Yeah. That's just a part of life, isn't it? Part of life. Jumping from European cars into Aussie cars, into Japanese cars, into potentially American cars. I mean, at least I believe, and I should know because I actually have driven one or two, that the Australian delivered Mustang has indicators on the right-hand side of the steering column, which is on the right-hand side of the car. That's a good thing. So even American, Australian domestic market vehicles from America even put the indicators on the on the right side, on the correct side. Good thing. Where's my battery at? Actually, the battery on the cameras are good, looking good. I don't know, they look fully charged. What else? Yes, Tezza, I am very close to your house without giving away too much. Just over there. Just down over that way. Yes, no, I definitely don't make a habit of driving. I don't want to reveal people's houses, so if I'm going to pick up somebody, like I've picked you, Tezza, Sarah lives close by, I'll pick a spot a little bit away from people's houses. I definitely don't want to incriminate anyone. People don't need to, is it called doxing or something, like finding people's addresses and stuff like that? I've heard the term doxing a fair bit over the last week. And look at that, Tezza on his lunch break has gotten the number 2 commentator on the live chat in his small amount of time that he's had off for lunch. We should be pretty clear view of the sky, at least between here and Rothwell. Then and then yeah, a little bit of overhead foliage along Deception Bay Road. Geez, I'm seeing a lot of GT Foresters today. A lot of turbo Fozzies. I used to own a couple and I like them. Kind of miss them. Probably miss my Rexy as well. I miss that Boxer Burble. I mean, I own a car like the Lexus ISF, which helps not miss other cars as much. That's supposed to be the deal, right? Like, I have too many cars, too many projects, too many bikes now as well. Although there is a plan to do well. And there's something else too. The latest bike that has been brought into the Driving Live Australia family is a 1999 BMW K1200 LT. It is a big, fat, German Goldwing, what would you say, equivalent to a Honda Goldwing. It's a 4-speaker stereo. It's got a cassette player. It's got a 6-stacker CD player, cruise control, heated hand grips, heated seat, reverse gear, electric windscreen that goes up and down. It's pretty mad. Like, it's mad. Unfortunately, we got one good ride out of it. When I say we, me, got cruised down the Gold Coast. Awesome. Coming back, had some issues, and now the poor thing stuck in second gear. So we're going to have to get that fixed. But mad 2-wheeled platform to do a live stream with Starlink. It will fit. It will fit. So we'll mount the Starlink onto the motorcycle, and we're going to do a live stream on the motorcycle. That is going to be mad. I'm really looking forward to doing that. You know, it's Tezza, but might text you later. Anyway, see where you're at. Tezza's getting swooped by magpies. For anyone that's not reading the live chat, you know, if you apparently, because Triple M were talking about magpies swooping through this week, Triple M Brisbane, and it had been mentioned, and I kind of agree. If you feed some magpies, they remember you and they won't necessarily attack you. And I haven't been attacked by a magpie in such a long time. There's a bunch of maggies that sort of hang around where I live, and they're really cool. I try to feed them if I can, and we get along well. I don't get attacked by them, but I don't provoke them as well. So a little bit of tree foliage here, so we'll just see. We'll see if that glitches at all, but not too bad, not too bad. So Mel's commenting that there's a white ISF that lives around the corner from you, mate. A recent addition to your neighborhood. It's I think the white ones look excellent. Like the black, I like all of them. There's definitely black. I think it's 2 types of black. I've got the flat black, but there's also a metallic black. Mine's obsidian black, but there is definitely a metallic black. Wow, there is so much infrastructure being built. All construction sites along here. The real only difference between, and the ISFs were between 08 and 2014. 2014 is when they brought in the RCF, which is my next, it's on my wish list for the next Lexus. So it's a trade up, because the ISF is a 420 horsepower car and the RCF is a 480 horsepower car. So it is a trade up. It's not necessarily a trade up to go from a 4-door sedan to a 2-door coupe, but I think that's a trade up. Not having any children. And now, if you're watching V8 supercars, the new GR Supra that they're going to race as a V8 supercar has the 2UE 5-litre V8 engine that's in this car and in the RCF. It's a weird one, right? Because it's a Lexus engine. They're putting it in the GR Supra, which you can't buy factory with the 5-litre V8. They're going to obviously mate it to the 6-speed transaxle. I think is it Albans? No, it's X-Trax gearbox, which you can't get in a Supra. You can't get that you can't get a manual gearbox in the ISF or the RCF. It's a bit of a hodgepodge. but it's all from the same factory, same family. So 500 new homes in the next 12 months. You can see where some of them are going for sure. For sure. Is that standalone homes? I bet you that's a mixture of apartments. It'll be a mixture of medium and high density living for sure. Seriously, this is one of my favorite sounding engines. The 2UR for a V8. I do have an affinity for a V10. Me and Red were watching YouTube last night on the 5-rotor peripheral port. Is it peripheral port turbocharged rotary? It's in America somewhere, Alabama, I think. That thing sounds amazing. It sounds like a Formula One car for the street. A one-off build though. I do still own a V10 Audi, but it's been on consignment now for a while at a car yard. And if it doesn't sell in the next, God knows how long, but if it doesn't sell, I will, I'll get it back, because if there's one car that I have that sounds better than the Lexus, it's the S8. The Audi S8, it's that car. Well, look at this idiot. Yeah, good on you, idiots. What? If you didn't see that, it was a scooter rider riding in the traffic. No helmet. Riding one of those high-powered electric scooters. No helmet, obviously not registered. He looked like a bum anyway, so, you know, acting like a bum. So I do notice the Isuzu ahead, 2 cars ahead, if you can't see it on the camera, has parked at the lights right across on the right, with their wheels on the right line. And I'm doing the same thing. And the reason for that is they might be a motorcycle rider, at least know and understand motorcycle lane filtering rules, because this is an area where motorcyclists are allowed to lane filter. The Isuzu behind me, not, and then there's a vehicle next to me as well. I asked this on the last live stream when I went to Cafe L, and I asked a bunch of motorcyclists, should car drivers know and understand motorcycle lane filtering rules? Obviously everybody on the road should know and understand motorcycle lane filtering rules, as well as motorcyclists, absolutely. And so I'm keen to get to a car meet very soon and go around and ask on a live stream car drivers whether they, you know, especially non-motorcycle riding car drivers, if they know and understand motorcycle lane filtering. So is that so? Yeah, okay. I also understand that sometimes people might park on the right of the right lane or on the left of the left lane because of emergency vehicles. Yeah, maybe they're an emergency service worker and they know and understand that. And so as driving a civilian car, absolutely, that's also a good point. So, but it works either way. I've had to move either left or right lately for emergency vehicles coming up the middle. So that's also a good point, absolutely. But either way, whether it's that or motorcyclists. Yes, Mel. What I learned from asking questions of motorcyclists last Saturday night was that there's a shoe in the middle of the road. There's another shoe in the middle of the road. Wonder if some kids had a bit of a spack attack and thrown their shoes out the window. Is that it's approximately 10 years ago that motorcycle lane filtering rules become a thing in Queensland. Before that, we called it lane splitting. It was illegal. You couldn't do it. But about 10 years ago, so we're talking around 2015, I think it was 1st of April. Was it 1st of April? I think that's what I read. So April Fool's joke from the TMR, because it's not like they get the change of rules out there very often. Anyway, motorcyclists that have had their license for more than 10 years, I don't know that too many of them have actually looked up the rules and understand them. They've just heard on the grapevine that motorcycle lane splitting had become legal, and they haven't really changed the way they do it. They haven't looked up what the speed limits are, where you can and where you can't do it. Things like you can't use a bicycle lane. That's one question I didn't really ask last Saturday night was, can you use a bicycle lane to lane filter? And the answer is no. So, can you use a bicycle storage area to lane filter? Which is yes. If you don't know what a bicycle storage area is, you can Google it. You can look it up. And obviously, this is in Queensland specifically. But you can definitely look up other states as well. You'll find in that in Australia, most rules, even though they're written with a bit of nuance, they are very similar across Australia. Except for Victoria and their hook turns, I don't think there's any mention of hook turns in any other state but Victoria. Bless their cotton socks. So yeah, the foliage along here is not as terrible as I thought. A little bit at the top of the next hill. But other than that, I don't see a lot of glitching at the moment. Right. How long have we been going for? We're going to be close to an hour. It started at 2 o'clock. It's now 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll see if it glitches. It shouldn't be too bad through here. If you can see ahead, there is a little bit of foliage overhead. It's like a little canyon. So we'll see if there's a bit of glitching. Again, the glitching won't show up for about 20 seconds on the stream. So by the time I see it starting to glitch, we're back out the other side and all good fun. All good fun learning. Not too bad, not too bad. Not too bad. 1 hour exactly. Thanks, Tezza. And I'm going to have to... So, I'm using the new laptop. I'd had bought a brand new laptop. It's a couple of months ago now. Did someone just... Oh, you're just turning off. I don't know. Did they just get a flat tyre? I think they just got a flat tyre. Not sure. I did see some debris rolling on the road. Anyway, this laptop seems to be working really well, but I haven't copied across some of the interface from the channel that I had on the old laptop, like the overlay. So I'm going to have to copy that across from the old laptop. Well, not the old laptop, because I had to hand that one back, but I do have a copy of it on the work laptop. I need to crack that out again anyway, because it's I'm about to take it up to Central Queensland to use it for work. So, all right, let's do a little drive along the highway. It is illegal to filter between parked cars and traffic, because you're not allowed to filter on the shoulder unless the shoulder is on a multi-lane carriageway that is 90 kilometres an hour or more. So, for instance, I drive on the Smith Street motorway most weekdays, 80 k's an hour, not permitted to lane filter, although I see almost every motorcyclist lane filtering or edge filtering, shouldering. Window up a little. let's. I'm looking forward to watching. Oh, look at the traffic going north. I'm looking forward to watching this stream back. No traffic on the right there, because I want to hear how it all sounds. 60 k's an hour, and then 100. There we go. And back into drive. Got a nice spot here, as you can see. The cameras are working well. Oh, we got interested people with the in the BMW. Oh, it's a diesel, 3 Series diesel instead of 320D. Anyway, this car does sound mad. We've got some traffic up here. I'm not using Waze at the moment. I like to use Waze a lot. Also, I don't know. Do they have a hashtag Waze for people that use their? I should hashtag Waze. I use Waze all the time usually. So we got some vehicles trying to get back onto the highway now. That's always going to be tough when there's moderate to heavy traffic. Yeah, Tezza, thanks for coming, mate. Awesome. Enjoy the rest of work today. Hope it goes well, and maybe I'll text you later and see when we catch up next. What else? Everything seems to be working. Okay. Overpass that we just went under. So we'll see if it glitches. Let me know. Let me know on the... Middo, we lose one mod and we gain another one. Look at that. Tezza signs out, Middo signs in. I think you sent a message before, Middo, something about cruising around tomorrow somewhere. I don't know, on a motorcycle. Yeah, that's cool. I'll check the messages. I'll check the messages later, brother. I hope you're well. You did get a mention before when you put me onto the. You'll notice I've got a third camera working, which is the laptop camera, because the laptop is mounted right here in that RAM laptop holder that you put me onto, mate. So thank you. I might allow these cars on the on ramp some time and space. There we go. And so, question of the day, and I know I've asked this question before, but question of the day is: keep left unless overtaking doesn't apply when you're in congestion. So keep left unless overtaking. It's mandatory on multi-lane roads that are 90 kilometers an hour or above. However, there's certain things that you don't have to keep left unless overtaking. One of those things, and we'll pinpoint it today, is you do not have to keep left unless overtaking when... I'm just backing off a little bit, let that RAV4 in front. And what is the definition of congestion? So we're still doing 100 kilometers an hour at the moment in a 100 zone on the Bruce Highway heading south. It's 80 k's ahead, but is this congestion? Like, can you just sit in the right-hand lane, the overtaking lane, because this is congested enough? I reckon it is, but there has to be a black and white definition of what is congested. Otherwise, if there's one other car on the road, your definition might be, yeah, the road's congested. There was one car in the left lane, one car in the middle lane, so I was just cruising in the right-hand lane, minding my own business, doing my own thing, officer, and I'm going to get off the fine because it was congested. Is that a... There we go. So Tez has got tomorrow off. Good to see. Coming into 80 zone. Well, there shouldn't... I know you say... So, Mido, I think what you're saying is that it's up to the discretion. So if you were to be pulled over... And I've been pulled over once in Victoria. and the police they were going to give me a ticket for not keeping, or for not keeping left on the highway between Traralgon and Melbourne. And when I said, and I'm going to just jump in the left lane, when I said I allow 3 seconds, once I get close to a vehicle 3 seconds in front of me, I'll then make the change into the right lane or the middle lane. I'll then pass that vehicle, and then I'll wait until I'm 3 seconds in front of that vehicle before I pull back in front of them, because I think that's what's safe. And when I said that, then the police officer said, yeah, okay, we did lose sight of you a few times, and so there's a, we'll give you the benefit of the doubt. And then they continued to defect my car anyway, because they couldn't pin me on the keep left unless overtaking thing. So yeah, so obviously the car behind me, you would have just witnessed, crossed the solid line. So 80 through here, I'm gonna just, yeah, and this is what happens. I just, again, flash the little, it's the Yaris Cross. You're welcome. But you would have noticed in the rear view camera, that should still be working. Hopefully, it doesn't look like it's in focus at the moment. That the blue Camry made a lane change across the unbroken line. How hard is it? How hard is it to just, as far as I'm aware, everyone knows or should know that you don't cross those unbroken lines until they become broken lines, and then you can make that. And there's a reason why TMR do that. So it's an unpredictable thing to cross that line, because people aren't expecting it. People are expecting you to do the right thing and wait until the end of the unbroken line before you make a lane change. People can also make a hole for you to fit into so that you can go across, because most of the time they are from an on-ramp. And so I will try and make a hole for a car in front of me to pull in. But I'm not going to let them pull in until, I'm not ready for them or prepared for them to pull in front of me until the unbroken line becomes a broken line. So how hard is it, people? How hard is it? Camry driver, naughty, freaking naughty. What was that? The YouTube is so far behind. Really? Thanks, Bido. Are you watching on both? I need a car to get up close. There's one of my favourite Jimneys again. I need a car to get up close behind me, because I can't focus the bloody rear camera. We're doing around 80. Traffic's doing all right. I would rather be heading south than heading north. They're bumping between, I'd say, 0 and 50 k's an hour heading north. Is it school holidays? I think it's New South Wales school holidays. I think it's New South Wales school holidays. Okay, so Dolly's Rocks Road comes in here, obviously unbroken line here. No traffic next to me on the left, no traffic to the right. But from here, for the next couple of kilometres, is when you've got all this jostling of cars wanting to go straight towards Brisbane or take the Gateway Arterial. So doesn't help that there's a broken down car. Queensland school holiday started today. Okay, thanks, Middo. Good to know. Not having any kids, sometimes I don't know. It takes until Monday before I drive through a school zone and realise there's no yellow flashing lights for me to know and understand that it's school holidays. So thanks for queuing me up. Thanks, Mel. So 15 seconds. So that means the stream going out to Facebook is about 5 seconds delayed, and the stream going out to YouTube is about 20 seconds delayed, and there's about 15 seconds between those two. That's what I'm getting. So I need a car to come up a little bit closer to me in the rearview mirror so my camera can focus. Although not far from Beams Road, which will probably get a red light. Oh, there we go. We're in focus now. Yes, that is what you're saying, Middo. All right. So what I would like to do right now is a drive through to, let's go through to the Story Bridge. Shouldn't be too bad for overhead infrastructure, but we're not going to take the tunnel, obviously. We'll stay above ground. We'll check out the STARLINK, see how well it goes between Beams Road, and let's get over the Story Bridge. We'll go, well, I mean, the Story Bridge, that's probably enough infrastructure there to stop signal. So we'll test the Story Bridge, because, I mean, it will only glitch for maybe 30 seconds, but we'll check it out. We'll come back along Captain Cook Bridge, Riverside Expressway, Hale Street, back along, there's a tunnel, so the little bit of tunnel at the RNA Showgrounds, along the ICB. So hopefully that might be about the only hopefully that's the biggest glitch that we might have for the next sort of half an hour, 45 minutes. So we'll do that. We'll go out, maybe, I don't know, might end at the airport or something. That'd be nice. Okay, so I saw that, went under the underpass there at Strathpine Road. I did see a glitch there. Left-hand lane. There's a car stopping on the shoulder down here. Just before then, underneath this sign, quite often just hiding behind this signpost is a speed camera. Not there at the moment. Who's going to Fallons? Middo, you going to Fallons? So for those who don't know Fallons, it's at the Howard Smith Wharves at underneath the north end of the Story Bridge. Hey Mel, thanks for hanging out and letting me know that that we're working, that everything's been working so far. A little bit glitchy, but take care, mate. Let's catch up soon. I'll definitely come pick you up in the ISF. We'll make it happen. But thanks for hanging out. Oh, and I just noticed we're double figures on the amount of people watching the stream at the moment. Early days, so thank you. Problem with the what, me and you, are we going to Fallons? What's at Fallons today? Is there something special? All right, so heading south from the Bruce Highway into Brisbane, the first set of traffic lights, Beams Road. Let's open the window. Hopefully, hopefully, let me know if there's any wind noise, but it shouldn't be too bad. Beer is at Fallons? There's always beer at Fallons. Hey, Middo, watch out for your capitals, mate. You know, the bot might kick you off. Except the fact that it didn't. I don't really drink beer. I don't like beer. Wish that rear view camera would zoom. Focus. That's what I meant, focus. Actually, that's what I might, there we go. That's what I might need to do, just zoom it a little bit. Look, where there's beer, there's ginger beer, and I do like a ginger beer. So yes, if not a Canadian club. Someone needs to invent an Australian club. That's like Canadian Club, that Aussie. It might have saved you, Middo, not doing all caps, but you did enough. Oh, what happened? Cow, I think it was a cow. Last stream, cow. I think he just did like OMG and the bot kicked him off. That's right, kicked him off for 1 second. He got put in the naughty quarter for 1 second. I really do need to get into the bot and just adjust it. So yeah, a bit of debris on the road there. It maybe because you're a moderator, you got away with it. I don't know. That sounds. I'm not sure if that classes as. The word, I can't think of it at the moment. Segregation, what's the word? Yeah, you go get yourself a cup of tea, Middo. We're back down to 6 people watching. So for those who are watching, if you haven't subscribed yet, please like, subscribe, set your notification bell so you know when we go live. I am going to try and be a little more structured with when I go live. I've noticed that some of the plane spotting channels have made a real good, what would you say? They've made some of the, they've got some time slots that you know that they're going to be there, unless some special flight comes in or out of Brisbane. They've got Tuesday nights wrapped up, Friday nights wrapped up, Sunday mornings wrapped up, Saturday afternoons wrapped up for the plane spotting channels out of B&E. And I try not to I try not to overlap my live streams. I try not to overlap my live streams with them because, one, I like watching their channels. And also, there's some spectator crossover between the channels too. So, and it would be hard for everybody to watch more than one channel at a time. So, pretty keen not to stream at the same time as the not to stream around the same time as the plane spotting channels. I might jump in the middle lane for a bit, actually. I do believe, I'll have to check when I'm not driving. I do believe I have an app somewhere where I can log on and control some of the features of the cameras. I'm pretty sure I do, somewhere. I don't think. Learner driver out, getting some hours up. Doing some domestic chores, Middo, go for it, mate. We're probably at least another sort of half an hour. So this is the STARLINK test with the STARLINK Mini, driving in through to the Brisbane CBD, making sure that There's not too much interference. Another learner driver with the Toyota Ute, the Lolux. And so no tunnels today, except for the small tunnel goes on under the RNA showgrounds on the ICV. That will be the only, that should be the only sort of tunnel. Oh, I mean, we've got to go under the edge of Suncorp Stadium / Lang Park for all you old school people. And so that could be a bit glitchy. There's some overpasses and the side of the stadium. So that might be a bit glitchy through there. So if Meadow comes back and does a few more comments, he'll overtake Mel as #1 commentator. He looks 17. The learner driver in the left lane. I think it's manual too. I just heard the sound of a 4G63 heading north. For those who don't know what a 4G63 is, it is the 2-litre turbocharged engine that powers Evos. Except the Evo 10. I believe that was an Evo 8 or 9. Just cruising past Chermside right now. So I will say one thing with regards to the wireless router, the twin SIM wireless router I use, coming through here at this time of day, there is so much traffic. And there's so many, it's pretty dense with people on the internet using their phones and what have you, that it usually glitches out through here. But it shouldn't with Starlink. And it doesn't seem to be. So just this sort of section I've noticed when it's quite busy, like at this time of day, Thursday night, it's quite busy. I have noticed that it glitches through here on the twin SIM router. Flashing red and blue lights ahead. Where? Good to have you back, Meadow. Kind of, not far, getting closer to your place, aren't I? Get some fitness. Good job. It is inspiring seeing people out going for a run. Can't appreciate it. Again, blurry back camera. Dope. I think I just need to zoom in a little bit. I think it's focusing on the glass. Maybe I could just clean the back window. Maybe that'll help. Mido reckons I'm 20 minutes from his place. I reckon 14. Well, this traffic's a bit, yeah, maybe in this traffic. I reckon maybe 15 to 16, but you know, that's getting a little analytical. So it's not a bad day for a cruise, to be honest. Not a bad day for a cruise. All right. Manual focus mode. I don't think you're too far wrong. You know what? I think it's trying to focus on the demister lines. Yeah, fair call. Fair call on the 20 minutes, mate. Look, you'd like to think, or sometimes I'm thinking, okay, if there was no traffic, it'd be 15 minutes. But yeah, this traffic, definitely 20 minutes. What else? Starbucks, the new Starbucks coffee place. Is it even open yet? I'm assuming drive-through. Yeah, it's open. Remind me not to go in the tunnel. No, it's okay. I'm kidding. I'm in this lane on purpose so I don't go in the tunnel. I swear I used to have an app on my phone that was a Sony app that I could control. Yeah, anyway. 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh, nah. Sorry, saw another Lexus, but it was only an F Sport. Wasn't an FF. Wasn't an ISF. Oh, hello. What's that? Thing is, if I try to connect to this, should still be okay. Oh, you got to open the camera's menu and stuff. Yeah, let's not go there. Oh, let's do a check. Let's do a download upload check on speed whilst we're driving. Forgot to do that at 100 k's an hour. Ooh, that's okay. We're down. We're down on the the download. 72. We're at 72 megabytes per second. But I'm not doing much downloading. The upload speed is still 26, 27, 25. We're calling it 25 with a 31 millisecond latency. I believe that's what that third figure is. So I don't mind. So before it was around the 150 odd megabytes a second download. That's come down. That's like halved. But the download isn't what's important at the moment. It's the upload, and the upload's gone from about 29 megabytes per second to 25 megabytes per second. So not unhappy with that, team. Not unhappy with that. Oh, squeeze in there, Golf. Yeah, you really need to make your you need to make your intentions clear if you need that lane to take the tunnel. Anyway, Stafford Road turn off. Well, who we got in front of us? Misunderstood. Misunderstood. Yeah, I'd say so because you're a dude. I mean, at least you look like a dude. Hard to know what people want to identify as these days. But I'm going to say probably... Oh, no, there's a woman in the passenger seat, so there you go. Again, I'm assuming. Right, so Middo saying on the live chat that he's 50 download speed and 18 upload. So, and you're hardwired at your house. Is that I'm assuming NBN? Whereas I'm out with Starlink stuffed in my sunroof, and I'm let's say 1.5 times. I've got 1.5 times more upload and download that you do. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Awesome crazy for the stream. Let me say that. Awesome crazy for the stream. Sanford bike ride tomorrow morning. Is that what you're saying? What? You're driving to Rocky on Tuesday? I'll be in Rocky in about 12, 13 days time. Alrighty, so heading toward, where are we, Lutwich? I used to see a girl who lived in that building just in front of me. I won't say her name, but I definitely miss having her in my life. She's one of the good ones. So I doubt that she'll even know or see this, but anyway, she's one of the good ones. You should move forward over the sensors. You should move forward into the intersection because the red arrow disappeared. Yeah, that's a good road rule to talk about. When a red arrow disappears, it's a right arrow. This doesn't pertain to left arrows. When a right red arrow disappears at some intersections, what should you do? Should you A, not move, B, move into the intersection and wait until it's safe to turn, C, I don't know, that's pretty much the only two things. And most people, when the red arrow disappears, they don't move unless there's no oncoming traffic, and then they'll make the right-hand turn. What you should do, especially to alleviate a little bit of that peak hour traffic, is, and it's stated in the Queensland TMR road rules, to move out into the intersection and then wait until it is safe to turn. And if the light is turning yellow or red, because you're already in the intersection, you may complete that turn once the traffic has stopped coming the other way. Similar to the way you would do a hook turn in Melbourne, except the difference is in Melbourne at a hook turn, you'll be on the left-hand side of the intersection, and here you're in the right-hand lane ready to turn right across the oncoming traffic. However, most drivers do not do this, and it upsets and pisses off drivers that know and understand that road rule. Drives them nuts, drives me nuts. Now, there'll be some people, and I've actually asked some people, and I'd say, do you know that this is what you should do? And they'll go, oh, I'll be too intimidated to go and sit in the middle of an intersection. Yet those people won't be too intimidated to do 100 k's an hour on a country road where you've got another car coming at you at 100 k's an hour. That's okay, but having traffic coming past you at 40, 50, 60 k's an hour is too intimidating. So yeah, it's all about perspective. Anyway, I look forward to doing a little bit more on that road rule. I wonder how our learner driver's doing in the Hilux Ute. All right, little bit of trees just here. Did you just say something about Nina? Yeah, I miss Nina too. She was awesome, and look, I want to see more women on the channel. Okay, might glitch out just went under the overpass, the train overpass there on the Ferny Grove line. No, I'm not going down Newmarket Road. I might say good day to the learner driver though. What do you reckon? I just want to say your learner driving's pretty awesome. Thank you, mate. Well, it's both of you. It's a team effort. Manual or auto? Manual. Yeah, good job, brother. I'm actually live streaming you now, so you're actually live on YouTube. So you got to do the right thing. We're watching. So anyway, keep up the good work. No worries, guys. Have a good day. There you go. All right, starting to head into where all the buildings are, where the built up CBD area of Brisbane. So I could have, couldn't I, Middo? I could have gone down Newmarket Road to Kelvin Grove Road and then come in that way. Underpass here, so let's check and see if there's a bit of glitching. So basically from here, we're just going to cruise through to the Story Bridge. So let's see if it glitches as yeah, well, I'm talking now, but because of the delayed signal, I'm just going to see if there's any glitching underneath the overpass. Yes, there is. Look at that. Literally glitched both times under both of the bridges. So it's pretty reliable, as in you can pretty much predict where it's going to glitch. Like there's a tree overhanging in front of me, so that could be a little bit of a glitch. I reckon the Story Bridge might glitch a little bit too. Right. All right, let's see if it glitches just going under this tree. Middo's plugging the channel. Thank you, Middo. I will say what he's writing. Yes, if you are one of the 8 people watching the channel right now, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It definitely helps the channel. It's been going for about 5 months now. Channels like this really do start slowly and then slowly build up. And I think Michelle's just commented or said something, like the stream on Facebook. So Michelle, thank you, appreciate it. Glitchy under the trees here probably. I must say, g'day to Manny's Music just in front of me there. I have bought a lot of my audio visual gear from just there. All right, so some big buildings coming up. Let's I'll stick in the right hand lane so I'm a little bit further out, but I reckon there might be some. Depends what satellite, where the satellite is driving through here. That's it. Don't want that lane. Right, could be a bit glitchy through here just because there's some quite tall buildings off to my left, but then it should be a little better here. There we go. Let's see. I wonder if it glitched through there. All right, not far from the Story Bridge Hotel. Wow, why did I go straight to Story Bridge Hotel? Not far from the Story Bridge. Yes, there's a hotel underneath the southern end of it. I'll be honest, been going for what, an hour and a half or something now, and Starlink's good. So for James and Maddie, mostly Maddie, thank you, because last time I caught up with those guys for the on the Only Planes network, was getting off a plane. I went up and saw them, and they pointed to the top of the bread van, and they had a STARLINK Mini. And I've contacted Maddie in between time, just saying, hey, you know, just asking about. So I did notice, and there's a $1,300 demand, like extra, like service fee, and I had to find out whether it was for STARLINK Mini or just the STARLINK Standard. So apparently in Brisbane, if you want to put the STARLINK, the standard STARLINK on, it's an extra $1,300 or 20. So it's at $1,299 extra, like it's a demand fee for high demand. Are you coming across? No. All right, let's see how glitchy the Story Bridge is. Anyway, I had to research yesterday when I bought STARLINK Mini to make sure that I didn't have to pay that extra. Like I didn't want to have to pay an extra $1,300 just to connect to STARLINK and use it. So lucky I didn't have to do that. So anyway, let's see if we're glitching at the moment. If we are, you probably can't hear me. There is a fair bit of metal in this bridge, so, but it's only a couple of 100 meters. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, glitchy. Glitchy. All right. But we popped out the other side now. We are about to drive over the top. Hey, when are the Brisbane Lions playing? They beat the Suns last week, I believe. No Broncos this weekend because they won last weekend in one of the best games I've ever watched. Go the Broncos. And, geez, we must be getting close to the game. There we go. We've popped. I'll just notice we've popped out the other side of the Story Bridge. So, as predicted, glitchy. As predicted, glitchy. So, trees here, so to glitch out here a little bit, team. I definitely want to see if we can. Yeah. What? No turn. Oh. Nothing there. Cool. Coming back across. Okay, we can't turn where I wanted to. Don't tell me tell me it's got nothing to do with the Lions game or anything. Oh, it'll be construction work on this new building. There you go. Construction work on the new building here right on the corner. Wow. That has got the same shape as that iron-shaped building in New York. It's got that wedge shape to it. That's pretty cool. Maybe like the Intercontinental Hotel, if you're a John Wick fan. So I know whilst I'm so if you're watching this live, there'll be glitching. I'm pretty sure if you watch this back, which I will be doing later, there won't be any glitching per se. It'll be just sort of skip. It'll just cut it out really quickly. So there won't be any pausing. Oh, no, it's a no-through road. I won't go that way. We'll need to turn right down here so that we can go back along Captain Cook Bridge, Riverside Expressway. Yep. Yeah, glitches under the trees. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, like, subscribe, set your notifications so you know when we're going live. I will be trying to do Wednesday, Thursday afternoons, maybe even morning. Maybe morning. I'm pretty keen to do a morning drive from Brisbane through to the Gold Coast, starting early. So I don't know if there'll be any moderators up that early. Maybe Max down in Sydney once daylight savings hits us, maybe. So he might be up because it'll be an hour later down there. Yeah, a bit of glitching under the bridge, bit of glitching under, like this is getting predictable. This is getting predictable, so pretty, yeah, I like it. I like it. I haven't really driven yet. Oh, there's a Brisbane Bears jersey. Look at that old jersey. I'm assuming there's a game on today, maybe. The old Brisbane Bears jersey. Sick. Cross River Rail, yeah. Geez, that's a project, isn't it? We'll turn right just down here and then shoot across to the... shoot across to the M1, the start of the M1. We'll come back around up onto the M1 over the Brizzy River and... yeah. Definitely like the channel. 6 likes, and one of them's me. Still only 808 subscribers, people. Come on. It's a nice Mercedes off to my left. He's a very short fella. His head almost doesn't come up to the headrest on the seat. Manual mode. I can hear sirens Can't tell where they're from. Around here, can't tell if it's behind, left, right, coming from in front. Can't really go anywhere here. It's hard to see too. Where are you, emergency vehicle? Cannot see. Out any mirrors. They've turned the sirens off at the moment, so still can't see where it might be. I'm thinking behind me somewhere. Oh, there it is. No, it was from the right, going to the left. So going past the Gabba, which we are next to. There's no one around here, so I doubt that. Okay, so no Lions game today. All right, so yeah, we're just next to the Gabba, Wollongabba. I don't mind, it's around here. Will be better once all that Cross River Rail infrastructure is finalised and finished. Thank you, Tesla, behind me, so that looking at the battery, my battery for my camera is full on the front one. Back one looks full too. So no issues with the batteries on the cameras today. It's so good. Maybe I need darker tints on the window, maybe. I know it's a bit bright here, but bear with it, team, bear with it. That was a bit quick, mate. Wouldn't say that's a polite way of driving. Let's just say that. Hotel Morrison. There you go, Cody. Make a bit of space from the Isuzu behind me. Yeah. Look at that. Perfect example, indicating and then crossing the lane after the unbroken line. Well done, Tesla. And the RAV4 in front. I like it. Yep. There is that a blow? What is that? There's some blow-up jumping castle looking thing on the pedestrian bridge between South Bank and the casino. Is it called Star Casino anymore? Didn't they go bankrupt or something? Didn't they have to, somebody else buy it out? We'll call it Queen's Wharf. How's that? Oh, so the Lions are playing at the MCG tonight. Thanks for looking that up, Middo. Legend. Good to know, good to know. All right, a couple of bridges along here, the pedestrian bridge, the Queen's Wharf, the Victoria Bridge, the William Jolly Bridge. But yeah, there is some sort of blow-up thing in the middle of the pedestrian bridge over there. there's people up on the bridge, just giving them a wave. So we could, obviously I needed to brake for the Hilux to come across in front of me, and the Toyota behind me is super close. I've actually had, I think my last accident was right here, about 5 or 6 years ago, towing a trailer in what I was talking about earlier, Subaru Forester GT. And yeah, all the traffic just checked up in front of me. I hit the brakes and the trailer just ended up pushing me into the car in front. Car in front, no damage. We got out, we had a look. They were like, hey, you know what, we're all good. Yeah, I needed to fix my front end. Not a good day that day. Anyway, traffic in the right-hand lane here. Well, the rear right lane turns onto Turpin Street, so it's gone. Is it Turpin Street? Herschel Street, there you go. So traffic in the right lane here tends to back up because it's going to turn. Oh, a new building being built there too, because that's the traffic. It's going to turn to Hale Street. But what happens is everyone slows down and checks up down here. But as you come up and over this little hill, gaps happen in the traffic. And if you're good, like I'm about to right now, you can see I've got plenty of time to slot in without causing any issues with the car in front or the car behind. It's when cars in the middle lane stop to try and get in, and it just, everything stops. So anyway, there's a little lesson on how to read the road through on that particular piece of road. All right, let's see if we glitch a little bit as we go into Suncorp Stadium. So yes, we will, because there's a bit of infrastructure here. And we've come out the other side now, so hopefully, fingers crossed. Now obviously I'm going to see if this Mitsubishi wants to come across, and before I could even finish what I was saying, it'd make a good live streaming car. So yeah, should glitch a little bit here. Your horses. Alright, should be good now until we go under R&A Showgrounds. Then we should be alright for the rest of the stream. Unless I decide to go right out to the airport and finish at the loop. And obviously, if we go into the taxiway. I know you've written a few comments there, Mido, thank you. Obviously I need to concentrate a little bit more on the traffic. Now let's see if we can get in front of this P-plater before jumping in the second lane. Keeping an eye out for the Coles truck. So what I want to do here is just get in front of the Coles truck. A little bit more road before this lane exits. So now I know that the driver can see me in the truck, so now I'll come across, I'll make my lane change. Otherwise, if the Coles truck was going to make a lane change and I make a lane change at the same time, yeah, that could end up nasty. So, all right, going under the R&A Showground, so see you on the other side. Here, so. Oh, there's another little tunnel at the Breakfast Creek Hotel. Forgot about that one. Forgot about that one, team. We've got some roadworks happening here. We've got a breakdown. Breakdown. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Oh, Is it a Navara? Oh, a couple of girls broken down in a Navara. Oh, there's a HSV. Stings. Very yellow. Bright yellow. Alright, one last little tunnel here before we get to the airport. If you know Brisbane, you'll know the Mercedes building just off to the right. We have Albion Park, Breakfast Creek Hotel, which we just almost go underneath it. New pedestrian bridge across there at Newstead House. There we go, Breakfast Creek Hotel just above it. And Kingsford Smith Drive. Again, so like I do, I know that motorcyclists are allowed to lane filter to my left, so... Yeah, so that was a two-door AMG C63. Yeah, that didn't sound anywhere near as good as this car, let's be honest. Japanese V8 versus German V8. They can sound good. That one didn't sound that good. All right, we should be okay out to the airport. It's been a great drive, honestly. What a great test to see how good the STARLINK Mini works. As I said, hopefully arriving today will be a magnetised bracket to be able to mount it on top of vehicles. And if that's the case, awesome, because like I said, I mean, I'd mount it on the top of the Lexus for sure, but definitely on the top of the Hiluxes and stuff like that. Yeah, Middo, if you're talking about the outage underneath, was that R&A outage or was that the Breakfast Creek Hotel outage? Again, probably like 10-15 minutes left on the stream this afternoon, so for all those that have watched live, thank you. For all those that are watching this post live, thank you. And yeah, it's been enlightening. I will try a different microphone next time. Just especially for my moderators. Yeah. Right, so yeah, I was okay, a bit crap between R&A Showgrounds and Breakfast Creek, fair enough. Yeah, it's a bit crap through there, like, let's admit it. Again, that's why this drive's been so good, just to test. I knew you'd come across Matt. Good work, Matt 31. I did notice before the traffic lights he was a little bit racy. Might take the, is it Sugar Mill Road? Might take Sugar Mill Road. Usually up here on the left-hand lane, it backs up a fair bit because people trying to get up onto the Gateway Arterial. So we'll just stick in the right-hand lane until we get past there, and then we'll move across. We'll go up to Sugar Mill Road, across the railway lines, and then we'll go towards the airport, the back way. Right, is the Facebook stream stopped? Come back, Facebook. It's a little bit of trees here. You really, I tell you what, it's overpasses there are and everything. Until you need to look up. Alright, we can come across now. Geez, I tell you what, the bumps through Kingsford Smith Drive are a bit crap. I used to work there, go-karting Brisbane. Is it called Slideway still? Anyway, unfortunately, I remember I worked there for 5 months and 2 weeks until my manager and my boss decided to unfairly dismiss me. Hey, not here to whinge about it. It was a fun job and I was very fit at the time, running around after people who can't drive go-karts very well. Especially one guy in particular who got me fired. His name is Nathan, and he was at the time a shit driver and got me fired. So thank you, Nathan, you tosser. Appreciate it. But it is funny how life works out sometimes. Like hanging off skyrise buildings like I do now, rope access working, is amazing. It's so much, like it's great. It's a very fun job. The team I work with, amazing. I'll miss them for the next few weeks because I won't be there. Oh, I might have to just get a little run on the little Toyota next to me. Just because I knew I was going to run out of a lane. Joe's Diner looks very empty when there's no car meets happening here. Seems like Facebook's still working. Ronnie! Oh, look up. Okay, Ronnie's there. Middo's there. Who else is there? Ronnie, thank you. Good to hear from you, mate. I hope all is well down south, and I might be backing a certain Sharkies team this afternoon. I think the Broncos took too much out of Canberra last week. I think the Sharks might have it today. Fingers crossed. Has the game started yet? Not yet. I can still change my tips. Try and dodge the potholes. Trying to dodge the potholes. I think next time I put the STARLINK dish up above. There we go. I think I need to rest it on like a small towel or something because it's rocking around up there. You're not on Facebook? The stream seems to be still, but you're right. The stream on Facebook is way ahead of the YouTube. But that's okay. It is, so if Ronnie's still there, it is gloomy. It is quite overcast here in Brisbane. just coming around the western end of the airport. The old domestic terminal, actually, near where that was back when I was a kid. Remember going there once or twice. I remember my grandparents went to New Zealand and they got on there. And I think back then, that was the 80s, right? I think back then, I can't remember if it was TAA or Ansett or who they flew with, but I'm pretty sure back in the 80s they didn't need a passport to go to New Zealand, and it was classed as a domestic flight. I'm pretty sure, could be wrong. I know there's some plane spotters on the channel that will confirm that if in the 80s, would have been early 80s as well, I reckon around between 80 and 85, they didn't need a passport to go to New Zealand, and it was classed as a domestic flight, and that's why they left from the domestic terminal. When it used to be down this end. Alrighty, so what do we got? Probably 5 to 8 minutes before we get out to the loop. One more bit of glitch, obviously, underneath the taxiways. There's a taxiway Yankee and Zulu. Let's go, it's green light. Airplane, looks like a Virgin 737. Right, there you go. Thanks, Middo. Knew there'd be a plane spotter out there that would confirm my thoughts. So it was an incident, but I swear they left from the domestic terminal. Yeah, there you go. Now, the big change along this road is in the recent history, it's changed from 90 kilometres an hour to 80 kilometres an hour, which means it's gone from keep left unless overtaking to now you don't have to. That's one big change. Wow, I mean big change. It's one change that makes a bit of a difference out here, because it used to frustrate me that people that didn't know the rule, keep left unless overtaking in 90 zones or more. But it doesn't make sense that you need to keep left unless overtaking here. You've got people going to the international terminal, Skygate, all that. You don't need to keep left here. So I'm glad they changed it, even though it's 10 k's an hour slower now. You don't need to keep left here. Right, that makes sense, Middo, the whole leaving from domestic terminal. I also remember, I'm pretty sure, you could walk up the stairs, and because like there was no air bridges at the time, so everyone who got on the plane walked across the tarmac and up the stairs, right? Like some flights now do still. And I'm pretty sure the old domestic terminal, there was like an upstairs section that was open air that you could like stand up there and wave to your rallies and friends as they were getting on the plane, or maybe if they were coming off the plane. And it was open air. There was no glass there. And it was pretty cool. If I remember correctly, it was upstairs over the top of the gates, and you could go up there and at the time you could smoke up there too. Back in the day. Well done cameras today. Well done cameras. Well done to my battery powering both the laptop, which is still fully charged, and powering the STARLINK, which is obviously working. Yeah, Middo, thank you. Yeah, 100%. So cool. So cool. And you've got people stopped here on the left-hand side, which is on the yellow line. Illegal, idiots, morons, spastics. There's literally, there's short-term parking. Just go and park in the short-term parking. It doesn't cost anything. They call it park short. All good. Alrighty. Window down. That's it. 50 k's an hour. So how funny is that? You could only smoke in the smoking areas of the plane because it's like cigarette smoke didn't drift through the whole cabin of an aircraft. Tell you what, maybe only planes. Maybe Maddie and James should get one of those big cherry lift, scissor lift type things brought down to the loop when they're going to do their live stream instead of from the top of the bread van. They should, because we just passed one. And okay, we're gonna glitch out here, team. All right, team. A couple more minutes to go. So once again, thank you to my moderators, Tezza. Thank you, Mido. Appreciate you being there, mate. We'll have to catch up soon, for sure. Let me get back from Central Queensland first. Might do. Just trying to think of when to do the next stream. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe. I'll see. Terry's not working tomorrow, so I'll contact him after work and see if he wants to come for a drive. And if Julia Flights and Only Planes are doing their normal thing, then I might try and do something in between. So here we go, up the loop. Looking forward to getting out and stretching my legs. Wow. Okay. Well, thanks for the update on the Desi Freeman manhunt from was it Victoria? And yeah, I'll check that one up soon. Right. So no parking. I'll do a Yui. Where it's appropriate. Obviously on the live stream I can't do a U-turn over double unbroken lines. That'll look bad on the stream, wouldn't it, team? So I'll just do a U-turn in here. I'll try not to drive under the tree. I'll look at the little Tesla look-alike. Actually, I don't mind those. What is it? A Seal? BYD Seal. Alrighty. Let's. I'll have to pull up at the start. Not under the tree. All right. Hey, team. Thank you. Thanks for joining me. Thank you, Mido. Thank you, Terry. Although he's working again. I know Maxie was busy today, so he wasn't able to be there. What? OBS connecting, reconnecting? And yeah. All right, thank you, OBS. All right, we'll go. And thank you, team. I appreciate anyone who jumps on here. And I just want to say, go the Broncos, go the Lions tonight. And yeah, maybe another stream tomorrow. We'll see.